Bryan Kohberger is now afraid to eat food. He thinks he's stepping on needles and getting diseases in the shower. And officers are literally going out of their way to risk their jobs to show this piece of shit behind me scared to even look out the window. Let's get into it. According to the corrections officer familiar with Kohberger's unit, the accused killer is being subjected to relentless mind games behind bars. One of the major incidents that have been written up is the pointed object incident. The officers described an incident where Kohberger allegedly stomped on something sharp left for him. Kohberger said, "Ah!" Inmates then taunted him, saying it had been contaminated with urine or feces, warning him how he now had a disease. Prison's no different. Anything you say will be used against you in the court of prison. So the inmates know, okay, we can't get to him physically right now. So his weakness is that he's afraid of all things that aren't sanitized. So let's put sharp objects, cover him with shit, maybe not cover him with shit, but the fact that he's thinking like that, he'll never be able to even focus on anything else, which shows that he's in a prison inside of a prison, his own mind. He's not sharp, no pun intended. Since his transfer to Idaho Maximum Security Institution J Block, inmates have been taunting him, relentlessly yelling through ventilation systems, kicking doors, and otherwise disturbing him psychologically, even though he is held in solitary confinement. He's repeatedly complained about losing sleep due to the harassment. The worst thing you can ever do is tell on anybody, especially in a max custody unit in prison, period. Because people get whacked and tortured in low minimum security prisons for telling. Inmates are screaming, "You'll never sleep again, bitch. You think you're gonna get some sleep?" Also, they start singing that Alanis Morris song, "Isn't it ironic, bitch?" Obviously referencing the fact that the Idaho murders happened while those young kids were victims when they were asleep. The food paranoia. Kohberger has grown increasingly paranoid about his meals. He's been told that the food has been tampered with, spit in, urinated in, or worse, jizzed in. At times, he had refused to eat, but officers allegedly warned him that refusing meals would land him in psych. Placed in a turtle suit, stripped of all his property, in effect, he feels forced to eat under threat, even when he suspects that the food is contaminated. That's the worst thing you can do to someone with OCD like that. They're literally putting food in their mouth, and their brain is saying, "You just poisoned us." He's literally just pacing back and forth, unable to comprehend anything. And this is just intake. Officers said Kohberger shakes when leaving his cell. He has been heard crying and screaming, "Stop!" Bryan, also from the perspective of the officers, is now realizing what it means to be targeted by people who studied and lived in this prison world for decades, men who understand how to use fear, paranoia, and humiliation as weapons. Staff scrutiny and security leaks. This comes as the prison has been forced to remind officers about professional conduct after leaked security footage and cell recordings of Brittany Kohberger began circulating. Staff were explicitly told encouraging harassment or releasing footage violates policy. Despite this, the environment has only grown more hostile for Kohberger as harassment both verbally and physically continues. "Mama, I'm in love with the criminal." Brittany. Officials said the prison issued multiple emails last month reminding staff of their expected professional conduct and proper policies which prohibit the sharing of any security footage. 5 minutes later, look at him. That boy gonna break. Snowflake over there. Little snowflake. I see it in his eyes, that twinkle. "What's for lunch, Sarge?" "Shit-covered cornbread, son." But fuck him, man. You think you're gonna sleep? You think you're gonna eat? You think you're gonna live after what you did to those young kids? And yeah, I say kids. I know a lot of y'all don't like that, but those are kids in the prime of their life. He killed in their sleep like a coward. And then people that say, "Oh, he's innocent," then why'd he take the plea? Because he's scared to death? No man on this earth, no woman on this earth would ever take responsibility for killing 4 innocent college students if they knew they had a chance to go to trial to prove their innocence. He's a coward out of prison, he's a coward in the courtroom, and now he's eating shit sandwiches and peanut butter as a coward. Stay out, stay free, us.